Hello world, this is Sean from Scotland. Now, it's nearly 7 a.m. I've been up all night, um, but up in the Jacksy. I've not had any medication. I'm due in half an hour, so I thought I would do an audio blog. And I've no idea why. I really have no idea why I started that. I just fancied doing an audio blog. The dog didn't want to talk to me anymore, so. And there's nobody else up, it's so early, so I thought we'd talk to you. So, hi, how are you? Hope you're well. Um, Somebody likened me to a Scottish comedian for way back. He's passed now, but um, and he played loads of different characters. And one of his characters was a guy called Reverend I Am Jolly. And the guy was like the most depressed person on the planet. It was really funny. And I got likened to him, so it was obviously a Scottish person listening. And they said it in fun. So just typical Scotland. You know, you get you get abused for very little here, but it's all good fun. I do it myself, and it's like sometimes I speak to people from all over the world, anywhere, name the country, it doesn't matter, and I'll say something funny, expecting a ha 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 back, and a few people have that's really inappropriate or that was really nasty, and I'm like, it was a joke for God's sake. And I think it's just a cultural issue, you know. I'm getting bored with saying this, it's just a cultural issue. Different cultures see things, hear things, say things in different ways. It's like the Germans. I've got German friends through football, through the internet, good guys. But when it comes to comedians, it's very hard to pull off, I've heard a few German comedians, and it just doesn't work, So again, a cultural thing, And if you're listening to this and you're German, don't take it personally. I might be wrong. I usually am, so I'm told by everyone that I know, and people online who I don't know. I've done a few blogs of late about America. Now the reason I'm doing these blogs about America, excuse me, I'm rolling a cigarette, not a joint, okay? The reason I'm doing these blogs about America is I'm just trying to wake a few people up to the truth. Now, I've got friends who are firm Obama supporters. How people can defend that man now, it is beyond me. George Bush started it and he's finishing it, and America is now a police state. I will leave the link for the blog I've done. I've done it during the night on what is a police state in any country. But the problem I had is when I put in police state. Now try it. Go to Google, type in what is a police state, and then click images on Google, and you'll find that every image has American background or American this or American that. So it was very hard to find what is a police state images that weren't American. So that tells you that there's a ton of people saying the same as me. I genuinely think America is a police state. You've got to understand what a police state is. You must first understand what a police state is. You've got to understand what a police state is. A police state is a state in which the government exercises rigid and repressive controls over the social, economic, and political life of the population. A police state typically exhibits elements of totalitarianism and social control, and there is usually little or no distinction between the law and the exercise of political power by the executive. Now, America, if you look just over the last few months, never forget the last 15 years, just the last few months. Ferguson. I think in the last month, I know of 4 people who have been killed by the police for nothing. There was a guy, he got, the cop put his hand around the guy, and the guy died. Put his hand around the guy's neck, and a neck hold, and he died. The heart attack, I think. There was a young guy, obviously called in Ferguson, and there was another 2. I blogged about them. I'll try and leave the links if I remember down below. If not, remind me, okay? Now, notice I never once there said black kid. It's not how we speak. I'm talking about the UK, probably Europe. We don't speak like that. And I watch American media, and these guys. I mean, I done a blog on Bill O'Reilly. It's below too. I'll leave the link for the Bill O'Reilly one. I hate that guy. I don't hate, but he's an irrelevance, but he's a dangerous irrelevance because people will listen to him, people will believe him. There must be, because he's still got a TV show, if you are listening to me and you believe Bill O'Reilly, watch the video that I've done. It's by Russell Brand. He's a comedian and actor and an activist for righteousness here in the UK. And he's absolutely right in what he says, but if you watch the video, you'll see. I had a lot of Americans ask me, what is a police state? So that's why I done the blog below there in blue. It's basically explaining what a police state is, yeah. And it's very simple. Now, here's a bit of advice for anyone in the world. If you've got a question like what is a police state, open up Google and type it, and then hit return, and the answer will probably be better than mine. Yeah. So it's like I done a blog about Ebola, which is still strong and going, and the media aren't reporting it. Long story, different blog. And I put WHO have announced that Ebola is out of control, and I had about 10 people saying, "What's WHO? Who's WHO?" And it was capital W dot, capital H dot, capital O dot, WHO. I say there's about 10, 11, 12 people, whatever. They answered back on the blog, or Ace News, or YouTube, YouTube, or Twitter, Facebook, whatever, saying, what is WHO, I don't understand. And again, just copy WHO and put it into Google and hit return, and it'll tell you what WHO is. And it's like, the blog I done about dumbed down America, it's true. The link's below, dumbed down America. And if you look at some of the tweets, somebody tweeted on New Year's Day 2014, happy 2014th birthday America. In fact, 2 people did, and they looked young, early 20s. These young people thought that America became a country the day Jesus was born. Now, that's a worry, my daughter's 5, and she knows the date America became America. I've told her, and she remembered. And she's only 5, So it's very easy to educate yourself. I hate to. I've been called an American basher many times. Oh, you hate America, you swine. No, I don't. I tell the truth. ShaunyNews. I decided to step away from talking about my stupid fucking disability and tell the news. And I do. I tell the news. I tell it as truthful as I can. But what I do see and what I have noticed is when I do a blog about America, I've done a blog, I'll leave it below, about inoculations for your kids in America. They're not safe. It's causing autism, the MMR thing as well. Um, and it's the jag that all kids get when they're like 4 or 5 year old. I didn't. My kids never got them. Neither did my sons, and they're fine. I don't trust the governments of the world. I really don't. But I've got reason to, because I research it to death, until I'm sure. Sometimes I'll do a blog and put a question mark at the end of it, and somebody will leave a comment like, how, you can't say that. I says, well, I kind of did and I didn't, because I left a question mark at the end, leaving it open to debate. So if you see a question mark at the end of a blog, it doesn't mean that person thinks that. A lot of the news that I share is just news that's out there. The major news sites, they make news. They've got people on the ground with cameras. And, I'm a disabled guy, a chair on my own. So, I've got to capture news where I can find it. And I can tell news that a lot of American people can't see. And the amount of times I've put a blog up, about America, and I've had replies, that's not true. And I replied, why isn't it true? And they'll say, because it wasn't on the news. And I'll reply, it wasn't on your news, but it was on my news, or Al Jazeera News, or RT News, or any news, German, Belgian, Dutch news, whatever. So, if you live in a country and you hear a news story or you see a news story, I've not heard that one. Google. Copy, paste, Google, and you'll see the story. It's very simple. The concept of the internet is very simple, and I don't mind. Ask me questions. I don't mind, but when the questions are easy, copy and paste into Google, hit return, your answer will be there. If you've got a smartphone, you can actually ask the phone. And the phone will tell you the answer. It's technology is quite amazing now. But that's unbelievably 12, 13 minutes here, and I've not really said much apart from a lot of rubbish, really. So hope you listened, and if you don't agree, tell me why. If you agree, tell me why. But I hope you listened. America, you're in trouble. It's already a police state. Research police state America. Now I know you may be scared. I know a lot of people that are scared in America. But again, this may just be a cultural thing. I would rather know what's coming and be prepared for it than be blind to it and open my door to a surprise, if that makes sense. So don't be scared to open your mind, and we're religious people as well. Not all religious people, trust me. I've got some unbelievably open-minded religious friends, but there's a group of people in America who are unbelievably religious. They take religion to a new level. God even goes, God, they're religious. And I couldn't live that life. But I respect people who do. I really do. If somebody wants to live a life with a one-track mind, in our blog, and I will share it, it's down below. They found a Bible, they carbon dated it, tested the age, and it came back about roughly the 2,000 year mark. Now the Vatican are having a look at this Bible just now, and it says that Jesus was just a man, just an average guy, and he didn't die on a cross. Now, even if the Vatican found that to be true, they couldn't come out and say it's true. They can't. Nobody will. No religious faction, religion, church will come out and say this is real. They will, even if they know for a fact it is, they can't. You know. And when I put the blog up, a lot of people say it's nonsense, crap, rubbish, jobbies, whatever. Um, after about 5 seconds of me hitting publish, and it's like, well, at least read it, at least have a chance, give yourself. But closed minds do that, if you've got a closed mind, you already know, So when I come across somebody with a closed mind, I don't waste my time. I just humour them, Yeah, whatever, blah blah blah. Ha, yeah, you know. You can't change a closed mind, It's like the old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's kind of the same as that. But it happens to, younger people, so brainwashed by religion, you know. Religion's not the problem. People are, I've said it before, brainwashed by religion, to the degree where anything that goes against what they've read in the book, no, that can't be true, that can't be true. Just right away off the cuff, Me personally, I have to be open-minded, but that's just me, you know. So I respect you, you respect me. That's the way that's the way the world should work, I respect opinions. I may not believe in them or understand them, but I should as hell respect them. You know, a few people replied to one of my blogs and says American people won't answer because they're scared. As an American person, I said that, and I hope not. I don't think you've got much to be scared of. If you just stood up, my country's standing up right now, Scotland. We're on the verge of leaving the Union. Leaving Britain, the United Kingdom, whatever you want to call it, and being an independent nation. So my country are speaking. We stood up and demanded this. We refused to be in any more illegal wars. We refused to host British and American nuclear weapons. We've had enough. So my country said no, we don't want it, and it looks like it's going to be a yes vote and we'll be independent. We've had enough wars, we've had enough people dying in illegal wars as well. So if my country can stand up, if little stupid Scotland can stand up and challenge government, America can do the same. So any country can do the same. America, the American dream died. You know it. You can feel it, but you don't want to admit it. I don't blame you, But anyway, that's 18 minutes. I'm bored. Any questions? Right, fire away. I completely done this off the cuff. I didn't prepare or nothing. So, I'll speak to you soon or on the internet. Take it easy. Ciao.